the phone that called itself. What would you do if your own phone number started calling you late at night? And worse, when you answered, it was your own voice on the other end, screaming for help? Emma was an ordinary woman living in Manchester. She worked in a small office, lived in a modest apartment, and kept a simple routine. But everything changed on a rainy Tuesday night. At exactly 12:07 a.m., Emma's phone began to ring. Half asleep, she rolled over to check the screen and froze. The call was coming from her own number. Her heart thumped hard in her chest. This must be some glitch, she thought. Still, curiosity got the better of her. With trembling fingers, she answered. "Hello?" she whispered. Static hissed on the other end. Then faintly she heard a voice, a woman's voice. At first it was muffled, distorted. But as Emma listened, she realized the truth. It was her own voice, and she was screaming. Emma dropped the phone, her hands shaking. The call ended. She sat frozen in her bed, staring at the dark screen. Minutes ticked by before she convinced herself it had to be a dream, or maybe a wrong number masked to look like hers. But the next night, at the same time, 12:07 a.m., the phone rang again. Her number. This time, Emma refused to answer. She watched it vibrate and glow until it stopped. Relief washed over her until the voicemail notification appeared. Her hands shook as she played it. The message was only 10 seconds long. It was her voice again, but this time it was clearer. "Don't go near the window. Don't let it see you." Then a blood-curdling scream. Emma slammed the phone down. She didn't sleep at all that night. By the third night, exhaustion and fear mixed together. Again, at 12:07 a.m., the phone rang. This time, Emma decided to record it. She placed the phone on speaker and pressed record on another device. "Hello?" she whispered again. The static returned, followed by her own voice sobbing. "It's coming for me. It's already here. Please listen to me. Don't open the door." Then came 3 loud knocks, echoing. Not just through the call, but from her apartment door. Emma gasped, dropping the phone. Slowly, she turned toward the door. The knocks came again, 3 heavy bangs that shook the wood. She didn't move. She didn't breathe. The call ended. Silence filled the room, broken only by the pounding of her own heartbeat. The next morning, Emma confided in her best friend, Sarah. Sarah laughed it off at first. It's probably some kind of scam. Hackers spoof numbers all the time. But when Emma showed her the recording, Sarah's face went pale. "That's your voice," she said softly. That night, Sarah insisted on staying over. They sat together in the living room, waiting. At exactly 12:07 a.m., Emma's phone rang. Her number. "Put it on speaker," Sarah urged. Emma did. Her voice came through again, frantic and terrified. "Sarah, you need to leave now. It's not safe here." Both women froze. The phone slipped from Emma's hands and clattered to the floor. How does it know my name?" Sarah whispered. Suddenly, the lights flickered. A shadow passed across the window, though the curtains were drawn. The air grew icy cold. From the phone speaker, Emma's voice screamed, "It's inside!" The living room lamp exploded, plunging them into darkness. Sarah screamed. Emma grabbed her phone flashlight, but it flickered and died instantly. Something heavy moved in the hallway, dragging its weight slowly toward them. Then silence. When the lights came back on, everything was normal. No broken lamp, no shadow, no sound, as if nothing had happened. Sarah never came back after that night. Emma grew more and more isolated. She stopped answering the calls, but they didn't stop. Every night at 12:07 a.m., without fail, the messages piled up, each one a little clearer, a little more desperate. "You can't escape it. Don't trust the mirrors. It's you or me." The final message shook her to the core. Her own voice whispered, "Tomorrow night, you die." Emma barely slept. At 12:06 a.m., she sat on her bed clutching the phone, sweat dripping down her forehead. 12:07, the phone rang. Her number again. With trembling hands, she answered. "Hello?" Her own voice responded immediately. "You should have listened." The line went dead. And then, Her phone screen cracked from the inside, spiderwebbing across the glass as though something had pressed against it from the other side. Emma screamed and threw it to the floor. The last thing she saw before the apartment went completely black was her reflection in the shattered screen, and it was smiling. If your phone rang right now, and your number appeared on the screen, would you answer, or would you let it go to voicemail knowing it might already be too late?